Alright folks, welcome back to iUnbox. Today we're going to take a look at the Promithi Camouflage knife. This is another one of these UK legal blades that you can buy off Amazon. As long as it's underneath the 3 inches, you can buy these in the UK. Now looking at the box, there's not much to really get excited about. If you've seen my previous review of this blade, it's been used a little bit now, as you can see it's a bit scuffed up. Another Promithi knife. Check out the channel for a bit more in-depth look at that knife. Yeah, it kind of came in a nicer box, but there's a bit of branding on it. This has just got a sign of a barcode also to identify what's in the box, and not much else, a bit battered up as well. Came in quite a big Amazon box for such a small blade, but I just kind of took it out of that box. But yeah, no requirements for the unboxing knife this time. This didn't actually come sealed, but let's open it up and see what it looks like. Now it should be quite a small blade. I'm going to do a bit of comparison with this one as well. But yeah, it looks quite tiny, which when they say in the UK you can't have a blade, well, you're not really meant to carry any blade at all, to be fair. You shouldn't be carrying knives out in public. But see, I really use it just for unboxing items for you guys. And I decided to pick another one up. Now, the blades legally to carry can be no bigger than 3 inches, and this falls about 2.36, if I remember correctly. So not much packaging to it, to be fair. This kind of camouflaging style. Paint does look a bit rough. In fact, it almost looks like it's been used before. But yeah, that's the size. Nice little holster point here. So if you were going camping, you needed a blade just in case, it'll be nice and compact to carry around without getting in trouble by the police if you did get caught carrying a blade. As I said, unless you are doing something like camping and do require a knife, there's no reason to be carrying a blade in public in the UK. But yeah, it kind of looks a bit bruised and battered or scratched up. Still a nice looking knife though. Looks like it's quite a small handle, but we'll get it open up. So you can see here there's a couple of grip marks. I have a long nail for this purpose. Somebody commented on one of my previous videos to cut my nails, but sometimes for these type of videos you need to have something to open up. So the branding is on the actual blade itself. I wonder if there'd be actually any Promithi. I pronounce it Promithi. Tell me in the comments what you. Somebody told me how to pronounce it, or how they pronounced it before. 2012. So I wonder if this is when the blade was made. I'm guessing so. You can just see it here. Yeah. If it zooms in, focus. 2012 Promithi. It's kind of cool. It's got the camouflage still on the blade as well. Looks like quite a sharp edge. I see the paintwork here is kind of all came away, which is a bit disappointing. I mean, I know this blade I was talking about before has got scratches on it, but this is actually done really well. Considering the time I've actually had this knife, and it's done quite a few unboxings, not necessarily all on this channel. But yeah, it looks like a pretty decent. I'll pan up a little bit here so we can look in a bit more detail. Yeah, nice looking blade. Looks like it's got a decent handle to hold on to. So your pointer finger does kind of fit into there nicely. So if you are needing to cut something open or chop down anything, to give a demonstration purpose, here is some random cardboard I had prepared for this test. See exactly how sharp it is, and it does seem to cut pretty easily. Not really much pressure at all. Now this is quite thick cardboard as well for the box, but yeah, goes right in. Probably not cutting the mat. But yeah, this is with the other blades I've had before. A little effort to. Oh, that's a bit tough there though. Maybe just didn't get the edge properly. Maybe it's a small bit of cardboard. But yeah, this does tend to do a good enough trick. Definitely just stabbed the table now. But I'll just give it a look around. Seeing a bit of light. A little bit disappointed about the paintwork. Finish isn't great. It actually looks a lot bigger on the camera than it is in person. I don't have anything really to give you a proper size comparison. In fact, here is a Pepsi Max bottle, which is a 2 litre bottle. So it kind of gives you a little rough idea of how small this thing actually is. But as I mentioned, the main reason being is this length of the blade. This cannot be bigger than 3 inches. And I mean, to be fair, any size of blade can cause damage. I don't know if it's maybe just because they believe it not to cause as much internal damage. Let me know in the comments why it is 3 inches. But the way I look at it, any knife is dangerous. And it should not be carried unless absolutely necessary. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. That's all I'm going to say about this particular item. Do subscribe to the channel if you want to see more. Getting a little bit of a collection of these things, I think. Mind you, this is only my second one. But there's another couple of items I wouldn't mind picking up and sharing with you guys. As I say, looks like a nice blade, but the finish is a little bit lackluster. You can see that there already. See, this is new, sent to me unless it's been a return. But you see just the light reflecting off it. But yeah, let me know what you think about the knives. Have you picked up any knives or any other manufacturers within the UK that I can purchase legally? And so the other factor is this can't be a locking blade. So you'll notice that the blade has to open up. So although it is pretty solid, that's not going to really sit up there, come into place. It can't lock, so there's no mechanism to release. So yeah, another factor of when you buy knives in the UK. But yeah, that's enough of me babbling. I'll catch you again for the next video, guys. Hopefully enjoyed this, and I'll see you again soon.